I know that for a fact because I happen to deal with some of them, offer community services, services to the homeless, to the poor, to disabled individuals, children with disabilities, all sorts of community services. And to be honest, there's a part of me that feels jealous. But it's a positive type of jealousy because, this is the type of competition that needs to happen. It's a positive competition. وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. That is the kind of thing that we should be competing for. Right? So the jealousy, I think, is a positive one. It just needs to be challenged in a way, or channeled in a way that's going to be positive. We need to put our energy together. Right? Maybe we can think of, okay, I cannot volunteer every day, but I can volunteer once a month. 1 day per month, for example, to involve myself in some kind of community activity, to help the poor, to help the homeless, to join a social service organization, even if it's not necessarily a Muslim organization, but it's doing something good for the community. I can go and say, I want to volunteer. Do you need some volunteers? I'm sure you're going to say, of course, we need people. You're most welcome to come. And they're going to be more than happy to have you join in. If you give 1 day a month, 2 days a month, it's still great. If you can give a small amount of money, small portion of your time or your effort or your money, because this is the really good positive example that the Prophet, peace and blessings of God be upon him, did. He did not just spread Islam by words, because actions speak louder than words. So when you go out and you do something positive in the community, you don't even have to say, I'm a good Muslim. They're going to see it for themselves. Because they will see that you're doing good things. Your actions will speak for themselves. You will be a role model. Everybody will say, look at this person. She came here and she volunteered. He came here and he volunteered and he gave money and he helped. And what's your religion? Oh, I'm a Muslim. Oh, you're a Muslim. That's very impressive. People are going to stop. They're going to think. And they're going to reconsider their perception or wrong understanding or wrong stereotypes about Islam and Muslims when they see your own actions and your own behavior and your engagement in the wider community in any form you can. So that's another duty that we have to really take very seriously. Before I move on to the third level, which is the global level, the global community, I just want to add something to the inside the community activities, which is links with Muslim professors. And that is very important. I would like very much to suggest and put on the table an event to be done or to be organized very soon, inshallah, which is an introducing the Muslim students on campus to the Muslim professors, and introducing the Muslim professors to each other. Because honestly, I just came across maybe one Muslim professor by chance since I came here in 2007, and today I have been honored to meet others. But that is not enough. So I'm hoping that MSA and MWM will collaborate together, cooperate together, and organize very soon an event which would be an introduction between the Muslim professors and the Muslim students. This will help on 2 levels. You guys will know the Muslim professors on campus, consider us your older, brothers and sisters, or moms and dads, whatever you want, and just come and take advantage of us. Ask us questions, which class should I sign up for? If you want to talk about that issue that's bothering you, we are here to help you, we are here for you. And you have to come and knock on our doors and email us, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions or inquiries you have, and also to maintain links between the professors themselves to form some kind of community on campus between the professors. So I hope that we'll have this event, inshallah, organized soon. The global involvement, which is the third level of involvement or engagement I'd like to touch upon. Of course, the global involvement has to be done through the new media. And I'm sure you all have been witnessing, or I hope following up the events that have taken place in Tunisia, in Egypt, in many parts of the Arab world lately, and are still taking place now in Libya, in Yemen, in Bahrain, in many parts of the Arab and Muslim world. The amazing part of this story is that the spark of these political changes and the revolts and the turmoil that we have seen was created by young people like yourselves, who were blogging and tweeting and using chatting and Facebook, what we call the social media, the new media or the social media. And look what they were able to accomplish. They accomplished revolutions. Very admirable. Who would have thought that this could happen? But it did happen. And it's a proof of the great capacity of these forms of new media and new channels of communication when they could be used properly to achieve good goals. We always talk about the internet being a double-edged sword. It can have its promises and can have its threats. It's true. But when you use it to motivate people, to create civic engagement, to create involvement, to create empowerment, to spread da'wah, that is a very, very, very important and extremely powerful tool, because they can reach millions of people. And that's why I'm saying the global level, and I mean it. You guys can become a great source of inspiration for other young people like yourselves all over the world. And it does not need you to have a whole, television studio or something very elaborate or spending millions of dollars. You need nothing except your computer, which you already have, and the English language, which you already speak, and your good example, which you are. So it is really very cost-effective and very doable. I think that if we don't take a step in this direction, God is going to ask us, why didn't you use your knowledge effectively when you could have? We will be questioned. We're going to be asked this question. You had the knowledge. Yes, I did. Great. And I was a professor, and I was on a committee, and I got tenured, and okay, that's great. What did you do with this knowledge? And that's the question I'm always afraid of, honestly. So I think that every one of us has a responsibility to start doing some kind of da'wah. And by that I don't mean necessarily, that we have to preach online. I think the preaching style oftentimes does not attract people as much as, for example, having something like a YouTube channel, which is called Young Muslim Voices. For example, that's just an idea, we can put it on the table, right? It simply shows young people like yourselves who are good role models. And, a brother or sister can say, Salaam alaikum, my name is so-and-so, and I am student in this and that, and this is my life, and I help in the community, and I do this, simply showing people, ordinary, average Muslims like yourselves, doing good activities, engaging in positive things, being good role models. And showing that online to thousands of people, to millions of people all over the world, that in itself is a great source of da'wah, a great source of spreading Islam in a very, very positive and effective way. It is a show and tell approach. Show and tell. You're showing a good example, and people are seeing this example and saying, I saw this YouTube channel that has, it's called Young Muslim Voices. And I've seen, this young woman who was veiled, and she says that she is doing a master's degree in computer science. A master's degree in computer science? I did not think so. I thought that Muslim women are all, traditional housewives only, and they're not allowed to have an active role in society. How come this woman is doing a master's degree in computer science? And she describes herself in the YouTube channel as a Muslim woman. And she's a pious Muslim, and she's veiled, and she goes to the mosque, and she prays 5 times a day, and yet she has a master's degree in computer science. This brother, oh, look at him. He already is a graduate from the University of Maryland. He is a graduate from, chemistry or engineering, and he's now active in the community, and he's helping the poor, and he is joining other organizations, and he is in an interfaith dialogue. These examples can speak for themselves. They can speak for themselves. And that in itself can be a great form of da'wah. So I'm hoping that this would be something to seriously consider, the MSA, the MWM, and others also among yourselves, who might think and brainstorm and add to this dialogue and this conversation, what other forms of da'wah can we have online using these new media? Blogging, that's another great source. Blogging and tweeting and Facebook, all of these could be used very effectively as active forms of da'wah, of involvement, and of civic engagement. So think about it. I'm just putting some ideas on the table, right? But you can, go further and add to this discussion, and I'd be more than happy to receive emails from you and, to get inquiries and to have discussions on this level, and actually to see what you have to contribute to it. Start a blog and call it, Muslim Voices, or, my experience as a Muslim, or something like that, and get others who are Muslims or non-Muslims to join in the discussion and to post on your blog. And from the back and forth dialogue, a lot of thoughts can develop. You can learn from them, and they can learn from you. There are so many possibilities that really can be tapped into in this new field of media and communication. Because that's my area, I'm very passionate about it. And as I said, we are here so that you can use us and take advantage of us, and don't be shy, and come and ask questions. We'll be more than happy to help. Before I end with just one small note, I also would like to volunteer to give a talk on the issue of Islamic feminism. A brother called Brother Osama. I don't know if he's here today. Yeah, but he did talk to me before about, inviting me to give a talk on Islamic feminism, and I'd be happy to give the talk in a joint event, again, MSA and MWM together, because this is a very, I think, important topic that many people would be interested to hear about. And again, I hope it can dispel some of the stereotypes and the misconceptions about Islam and Muslim women in particular. So I'd be more than happy to also give this talk, and I hope this will only be the beginning of my involvement in MSA and MWM activities. And I wish you all the very, very best, inshallah. And I'm sure you're going to be the Muslim leaders of the future, inshallah. Shukran.